Hey, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Evan. This is my channel, and let's go ahead and get on into the topic for today. Today, I wanted to talk about planning. I know that I talked about goals in one of my last videos, but I wanted to kind of go a little bit, dig a little bit deeper into what it takes to get to our goals. Now, the goals are the bigger picture. It's the end in mind. It's the thing that we want to get to. But sometimes the destination of where we want to go, we need help getting there. And so so think of it like this. So think about, like, I want to go to a city, and again, I don't know exactly how to get there. All I know is that the city is that way. And if I just go that way, maybe eventually I'll get there. And maybe eventually I won't. Imagine with that city scenario, how much easier and how much more confident you feel by getting to that city if you had a map or if you had directions to get there. So in this video, planning is that map to get there. Planning is the map to get to your goals, to get to that city. And how can we start doing that? Well, one way is to reverse engineer it. So think of it as that I need to get to C. In order to get to C, I first need to accomplish B. And I need to do everything within B to get to C. In order to even start with B, I have to get through all the stuff in A before I get to B. And once you figure out, okay, like I have a better idea, so once you kind of deconstruct it and reverse engineer what you need to accomplish, setting up smaller goals to get to that big goal at the end. Your plan can change, by the way. It's not like set in stone, this is exactly how you need to do the plan. Your plan can change. You can make adjustments to the plan when needed to, right? It's totally adjustable because not everything in your plan is going to work 100%. Sometimes you need to adjust to you or your situation and keep moving forward. The first example I want to bring as far as why planning is important is because when you go to the gym for the first time, I'm sure that it can be overwhelming, especially if you don't know what you're doing. You know, you have your cardio equipment, you have your machines, and then you have your free weights, and then there's like the class where people do Zumba, and you're like, I don't know if I really want to do that. Like they seem like they're having a good time in there, but I just don't know. It's just not me. So you go in and you just feel very, very uncomfortable because you're like, I don't know. So then you just start picking up a dumbbell, and you just start curling it because you've seen it in a movie once. And then you see somebody doing like a shoulder press, but you don't know it's a shoulder press at first because, again, it's your first time at the gym. So you're like, I think I'm doing it right. Ow. But you're trying, you're there. Like you had the first step, which is the hardest step, is to get started. And I applaud you for that. It can be intimidating, it can be overwhelming, and then it can be discouraging. So that's why when you see all the New Year's resolutioners go into the gym for the first time, they start out with great intentions and they want to get in shape. It's not a lack of not trying, it's just, again, it could be overwhelming. So when they go in for the first 2 weeks to the first month or so, you know, they're going in, they're trying to be consistent, but they don't really have an idea of what they're really doing. So by the end of the second week or within the second month or so, they tend to drop off because they just don't know what to do. They're not seeing results. They're not going about and doing a workout. And by the way, I'm not just talking about the gym. I'm just using that because that is the easy topic for me to talk about because I live there. Not really, but I mean, again, I spent a lot of time in the gym. I worked in the gym a lot. And I like going to the gym. So I'm going to use that example. So what can you do? So first and foremost is, again, step one, think with the goal in mind. So what is your overall goal? For fitness, is it to lose weight? Is it to gain muscle? Is it to actually just overall improve your quality of health and doing a little bit of both? So figuring out what it is that you want to accomplish first before actually stepping foot into the gym. So once you have an idea of what you want to do, then go ahead and think about how many times a week can you exercise? How many times a week do you want to exercise? Find somewhere in the middle and start there, and then progress and increase your frequency from there. Once you have an idea of how many times a week that you want to exercise, then go ahead and create or find a plan that works best for your needs as well as the goals that you're set out to do. So if you're going and doing if you're a beginner and you want to learn how to lift weights and you want to gain muscle, I was just doing a full body 3 days a week because it's going to be the most time effective, as well as just learning how to do the techniques of full body. You're going to get a lot out of that type of workout, especially when you're first starting out, because you're new, you don't know what you're doing, and so work on your form, work on your technique, work on seeing how your body works as far as like how your body moves, and seeing what you need to work on before you start lifting heavy weights. Because if you don't do that before, you might, well, I mean, it's more guaranteed that you're going to injure yourself and you're going to hurt yourself, and then you're like, I'm never going to the gym again. It's crazy in there. Everyone's lifting heavy, and so I lifted heavy, and then I hurt myself, and I'm never going back. Never going back. And then you're scarred for the rest of your life because you got hurt once in the gym and you decided not to go back. Just like the time when I went to Edney Skate Park as a kid, and I fell and I sprained my wrist, and I was like, I'm not coming back here. I don't like skateboarding anymore. And that was my story about skateboarding. Once you create a plan, and if you don't know how to create one, that you can easily find a plan to help you work through it. Once you have a plan, go ahead and stay consistent, stick to the plan as much as you can. If you need to make tweaks here and there, then go ahead and do so, but focusing on staying consistent and putting in the time and effort, and again, making sure that it challenges you over time, so eventually that you do get to your goal. Now, if you guys like this content so far, please press that like button. And also, if you guys have any other questions, or if you want to know anything else regarding health and fitness, please comment down below and let me know what you want to know. It helps me out, and again, I want to know how I could best help you guys out. Yeah, it's a win-win. So yeah, anyways, now the second thing, as far as how important planning is and how important it can be, is when it comes to our nutrition. So when we eat food, granted, we don't see it as nutrition, we just see it as food that we eat because we're hungry and it's tasty, and we want to satisfy that hunger. First step is, what's your goal? So think with the end in mind, focusing on weight loss, muscle gain, a healthier, just a better quality of health. Obviously there's a lot of other specific goals. I'm just kind of going over like the 3 main goals that I typically see, that I've seen in my career as a personal trainer, as well as just what I see all over online. So figuring out what it is that you want to accomplish. Now, next thing I would say is do the math. So figuring out what your calorie intake should be as far as what your goal is. So if it's weight loss or muscle gain, so figuring out, going to TDEE calculator, typing in your height, weight, age, and your activity level, or your current activity level, to see what your maintenance calories are. Like, so the calories that you consume daily just to maintain where you're at right now. Now, if you want to lose weight, you go ahead and cut 300 to 500 calories so that you're in a deficit. Or if you want to gain muscle, then go ahead and add about 300 calories to your maintenance calories so that you're in a calorie surplus. And doing that over time will help you get you to your goal. And again, consistency is key. The next thing I would suggest is that for you to create a list of food that you enjoy and that you can eat consistently. After that, you're going to go ahead and you're going to create a menu. So creating meals that actually work best for you. So focusing on foods that you can enjoy, that you can eat consistently, and then are a little bit on the healthier side than what you maybe be eating so far. Also, a disclaimer, don't take this as like you have to eat absolutely clean and that you can't eat any junk food or processed food at all. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I think that you should probably eat more consistently healthier food, and then treat yourself with some of the processed foods that you enjoy as well. So because, you know what, live life a little bit, make good choices. And once you have that menu set and you have like, okay, these are the meals that I want to eat this week, go ahead and go to the grocery store. Another tip, make sure that you go to the grocery store on a full stomach and not an empty one, because if you go on an empty one, then you're going to look at everything and want everything because you're hungry. And so you're not really thinking with your mind, you're thinking with your gut, and you're like, hey, I'm hungry. And so I'm going to have a freaking 2 tubs of ice cream because that tastes so good and I'm so hungry. Go on a full stomach. Once you have all your food, you did your grocery shopping, go ahead and you start to meal prep. Cook in batches, cook in bulk, basically. And the reason for this is that, one, it's going to be so much more time efficient because you're not spending time cooking and cleaning the dishes throughout the week. You're just doing it all at once or like once or twice a week instead. And then you're creating these meals and you're putting them in Tupperware so that you have meals ready and set to heat up throughout the week, so that you don't have to worry about the time to cook and clean the dishes when you're done. That is, those are just some tips that I have for you guys. I hope that this was helpful. That is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like the video. And if you guys have any questions, like I said before, please feel free to comment. I would love to hear what you want to know, and I would love to help you guys out. So anyways, that is it. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, take care. Peace.